So the first workout we're gonna do is the bent over row. To do the bent over row, we're gonna start with our knees slightly bent. We're gonna have a hinge at our hips. Our scapula is going to be retracted, and we're gonna have a straight back. You notice my back is straight. You're gonna have supinated palms, so your palms are gonna face upward. We're gonna grab the bar, pull the bar to your belly button. All right, that's how we're gonna do it. All right, so some common errors for the bent over row. Athletes might have a rounded back. You want to make sure that you have your back straight by not overarching your back, but have a slight arch, and make sure you are retracting your scapula. Ways to progress this movement is by adding bands or chains to the bar, so as you pull higher up, there's more tension. Ways to regress this is you can do one-handed bend over rows on a bench. So let's say this is a bench. You can bend over, have a leg up with the bar here. You want to pull upward with the dumbbell, making sure that everything is straight. You're not moving anything, but bringing your elbow up. Okay. Second workout is the supinated curls. To do the supinated curls, you're going to want your palms facing upward. That's why it makes it supinated. You're gonna have your scapula retracted as well. Your elbows are gonna be tucked into your side. So I don't want your elbows flying out. I want them to be tucked into your sides. And as you curl up, you're turning your wrist inward. Okay, so some common errors with the supinated curls. A lot of people swing their arms, and this is because they're not keeping their elbows tucked. So they're swinging, using momentum to swing up the arms. Ways to progress this is you can squeeze and hold at the top for 2 seconds. So as you come up and you squeeze and hold for 2, and then come back down. Ways to regress this is instead of using dumbbells, you can just use a band instead. One of those bands with handles on it. You can put on your feet and hold it, and then just bring up the bands. The next workout is going to be pullover. So the pullover, we're going to be laying on our bench. I have a little bench here I made. We're going to lay on the bench. Okay, you want to make sure that your hips are lower than your body, so it's not all the way up here, it's lower down. We're going to have our arms straight up. The weight's going to start up here. They can have a slight bend. Your elbows can have a slight bend, but you don't want it too far bend. Slight. You're going to bring the weight past your head. And a good cue for this would be bicep to ears. So you can bring your bicep to ears, and then you come back up. Okay. So some common errors with this is athletes could swing instead of coming down and controlling the weight. They're swinging it, which can cause injuries to your shoulder and your upper back. Ways to progress this is there can be a band. So if you're training with somebody, they can hold the band with their foot as you hold the top of the band. So as you're coming up, there's restriction. Or if you're by yourself, you can tie the band around the bench and then do the same thing. Ways to regress this is I think you should do cable pullovers. So with cable pullovers, the cable's gonna start at the top, and you can pull it down this way. And I think that's easier because you don't have as much balance, and it's easier to control from here than it is if you were to lay down and come up. And lastly, we will do the lat pull down. You're gonna be, with lat pull downs, gonna be at a machine most likely, so you're gonna be sitting at the chair. What you wanna do is make sure you retract and depress your scap. You're gonna make sure you lean back a little bit. You're not leaning back too far. You're not leaning back like this, but there's a slight lean. Everything's retracted. All right, so you're gonna grab the bar, and as you pull it down, you wanna make sure the bar goes past your chin. So pull it down past your chin. Some common errors with this is people will swing with that lean to get the weight down. So they'll be like swinging their body to pull the weight down. You wanna make sure that you're nice and tight and you're just activating those lats to pull down the weight. Ways to progress this is you can hold the weight or hold the cable under your chin for 2 seconds. So you come down and you can hold it, how's the tension, 2 seconds, then come back up. Now hold it. Ways to regress it could be one-handed pull downs. So with one hand, you can have just a single, and you can focus on just retracting the one side, keeping that side tight. If form is good, pulling it down one side and switch. All right.